to make stuff, you gotta be delusional. And when you're delusional, you need people around you that trust you, because what the they gonna trust? You say some normal stuff like, the sky is blue, and they're like, yeah, like you don't need people to trust you to say that. Like, so you have to, I'm delusional, but I knew what I wanted to do since I was legit 5 years old.
I'm standing up and I'm telling you, I am Warhol. I am the #1 most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google. Now who's gonna be the Medici family and stand up and let me create more? Or do you wanna marginalize me till I'm out of my moment?
I'm the greatest thing that ever lived. I don't have a mark on my face, and I upset Sonny Liston, and I just turned 22 years old. I must be the greatest. I told the world, I talk to God every day. If God's with me, can't nobody be against me. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. I am the king of the world. Hold it. I'm pretty. Hold it, you're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. I shook up the world.
What if I told you that some of the most successful people in history, Elon Musk, Kanye West, Steve Jobs, were completely delusional? And I don't mean that as an insult. I mean it as a superpower. Now, before you roll your eyes or click away thinking this is just another self-help hustle, hear me out. Because delusion, yes, the same thing that fuels conspiracy theorists and failed reality TV auditions, might just be the spark behind every major success story you've ever admired. Society tells us delusion is bad, that it's for conspiracy theorists and washed-up artists. But what if I told you that the right kind of delusion is a cheat code to success? That the line between crazy and visionary is thinner than you think? Delusion isn't just about being out of touch with reality. It's about rewriting reality. It's about believing in something so hard that the universe has no choice but to bend to your will. And today, we're breaking down how to master the art of being delusional. First, let's define delusion. Most people think it's just crazy talk, believing you're the next Michael Jordan when you can't even dribble. But in psychology, delusion is a fixed false belief that persists despite evidence. And here's the thing, sometimes that's exactly what you need. Studies show that delusional thinking triggers the same reward centers as actual achievement. Your brain doesn't care if you're actually the next Picasso. It just cares that you believe you are.
What's this?
It's an art project.
Okay, I like it. Picasso. Yeah, that way.
And that belief, it's rocket fuel. Napoleon believed he could conquer Europe with an army half the size of his enemies. Nikola Tesla was convinced he could transmit electricity through the air. Were they wrong? Technically, yes, at first, but their delusions push humanity forward. When you're too rational, you start overanalyzing. What if I fail? What if I embarrass myself? Delusion says, so what? Try anyway. Denial ignores feedback. It's stubborn. Delusion listens, adjusts, but keeps going. Yes, people might mock you. Do it anyway. So, the first rule of delusion? It's not about being wrong. It's about being early. The world doesn't reward realists. It rewards the people who see what doesn't exist yet. Ever notice how the most successful people have an unshakable belief in their own destiny?
Just told you who I thought I was, a god.
That's not ego, that's strategy. When you truly believe you're untouchable, you take risks others wouldn't. Jobs didn't just believe in his ideas. He infected others with that belief. That's the power of delusion. It's contagious. The greatest underdog stories start with someone saying, "Watch me." Delusion turns no into motivation. Sometimes you need to ignore the statistics, because you are not the average. Not all delusions are created equal. There's a spectrum. On one end, you have destructive delusion. thinking you can jump off a roof because you're Superman. On the other end, constructive delusion, believing you can build a billion-dollar company even when everyone says you're crazy. Your goal? Stay on the right side of the spectrum. The difference between genius and insanity isn't the belief, it's the execution. Society has a built-in mechanism to keep you in check. The moment you say, I'm going to be a millionaire by 25, someone will hit you with, be realistic. But realism is the enemy of greatness. Your brain believes what you tell it. If you say, I'm destined for greatness enough times, your subconscious will start finding ways to make it true. If you hang around people who think small, you'll think small. But if you surround yourself with other delusional dreamers, that's how movements start. Is Kanye actually the greatest artist of all time? Debatable. But his delusion made him a cultural icon. Delusion without integrity is dangerous. Know the difference between changing the game and scamming it. Now, let's talk about the dark side. Delusion without discipline is just insanity. Elizabeth Holmes believed she could revolutionize blood testing, but she skipped the making it actually work part. The key is balancing delusion with action. Believe you're the best, but also put in the work to back it up. Write your future as if it's already happened. I sold my company for $10 million. I'm dating a supermodel. Say it until your brain accepts it as truth. Stop consuming realistic advice. The world's most successful people didn't listen to naysayers. Let's be clear. Delusion won't make you float if you jump off a cliff. Balance belief with evidence. Look, life is hard enough when you play by the rules. But if you're going to build a life that actually excites you, you might have to bend those rules or flat out break them. Your mission for the next 30 days, live as if you're already the person you want to be. Dress like them, talk like them, be them, and watch how reality bends to match your delusion. At the end of the day, every major breakthrough started as a delusion. The Wright brothers? Delusional. Martin Luther King Jr.? Delusional. You? If you're dreaming bigger than people think is reasonable, you're on the right path. The ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Now go be delusional. I'll see you at the top.